From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's caught left side by Jake Bunt. And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. This will be their first trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry for James Conner. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff to Mixon, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll set up to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Ohio!
Looking to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to fix things there.
And they'll run it here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level. I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Returning it, John Ross. Able to spin free. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. He'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. Third down here.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They go play action here on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Back to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Now Ross to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. To Mixon on the check down. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Taco Charlton in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Ohio!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Colby Listenby, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
Tough first half for him. Unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the grab by Croft. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On play action, they'll throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run it for the first time with a backup move. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Everyone's got 4 down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route, because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Rolling to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vontaze Burfict coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Flex round!
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this offense about ready to take over again. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3.
Detroit! We got three, fellas. Detroit! 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 13, watch 13.
The setup to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Gotcha, boy.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 45.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year.
Alert, alert. 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And now here's Ross. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.